For decades, the United States has reigned supreme as the world's leading military power. With an unmatched nuclear arsenal, cutting-edge technology, and the largest defense budget in the world, the U.S. Military is a force to be reckoned with. But as the geopolitical landscape shifts, the U.S. now faces growing competition from rising powers like China and Russia. These nations are challenging U.S. dominance, developing their own military capabilities and positioning themselves as serious rivals on the global stage. So, what's really at stake in this battle for supremacy? And how does the U.S. military compare to its global adversaries? The U.S. military, a legacy of strength. The U.S. military has been built to maintain global dominance, with a focus on technological superiority, strategic alliances, and power projection. From its stealth bombers to its nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, the U.S. military is designed to fight on multiple fronts, from conventional warfare to cyber warfare, and even space operations. The U.S. doesn't just rely on the size of its forces, it focuses on technological innovation to maintain an edge over its adversaries, the U.S. Navy is perhaps the most visible symbol of American military dominance, with its nuclear-powered aircraft carriers serving as mobile military bases capable of projecting force anywhere in the world. These carriers are equipped with advanced fighter jets, aircraft, and missile defense systems that ensure air superiority and sea dominance. The USS Nimitz and USS Ford, the most advanced carriers, carry not just aircraft, but also missile systems that can neutralize threats from long distances. The U.S. Air Force is another key player, with its F-22 Raptors, F-35 Lightning II, and B-2 Spirit bombers. These platforms are designed to dominate the skies with unmatched stealth capabilities, speed, and firepower. The F-35, for instance, is the world's most advanced multi-role fighter, capable of engaging enemies in air-to-air and air-to-ground combat with unparalleled flexibility. These cutting-edge aircraft are part of the U.S. strategy to maintain air superiority, ensuring that no other nation can challenge the U.S. in the air. The U.S. Army and U.S. Marines round out the picture, with highly mobile, highly trained forces capable of engaging in ground combat anywhere in the world. The U.S. military's rapid deployment capabilities, coupled with its extensive satellite communication systems and intelligence-gathering networks, enable it to fight wars and win battles from anywhere on the planet. But with all of this power comes the reality of global rivalry. For every U.S. aircraft carrier that sails the seas, there are two rising competitors, China and Russia. China's growing military might. China has long been viewed as the U.S.'s primary military rival. With an increasingly modernized military, China is expanding its technological capabilities in almost every domain of warfare. Its People's Liberation Army, PLA, is now considered the world's largest standing military, and it is rapidly advancing its nuclear and missile programs while also focusing on building a powerful navy to contest U.S. naval superiority in the Pacific. China's aircraft carrier program is one of the key areas of its military buildup. The Type 003 aircraft carrier, currently under development, promises to rival U.S. carriers in terms of capability and size. China has also invested heavily in developing advanced fighter jets, including the J-20 stealth fighter, which is designed to compete with the F-22 and F-35 in terms of speed, maneuverability, and stealth. But perhaps the most concerning development for the U.S. is China's growing missile capabilities. The Dongfeng DF series of missiles, particularly the DF-21D anti-ship ballistic missile, poses a significant threat to U.S. aircraft carriers, as they are designed to target and destroy these floating fortresses from long distances. China's growing missile forces, combined with its growing cyber and space capabilities, give it a well-rounded military arsenal that could challenge U.S. dominance in Asia. China's focus is on regional dominance, particularly in the South China Sea, where it has militarized islands and built up its naval presence. China's aggressive territorial claims in the region have led to direct confrontations with U.S. forces, as the U.S. conducts freedom of navigation operations to ensure open access to the vital shipping lanes in the South China Sea. Russia's resurgence, a powerful adversary. While China is focused on global influence, Russia is investing heavily in its military as part of a strategy to assert its dominance in Europe and beyond. Russia's military has undergone significant modernization under President Vladimir Putin, particularly in the areas of nuclear weapons, cyber warfare, and missile defense systems. The Russian military is known for its advanced air defense systems, like the S-400, which is capable of tracking and targeting aircraft from great distances. This system has raised alarms in the US and NATO, as it poses a direct challenge to US and allied air superiority in Europe and the Middle East. Russia's growing naval capabilities are also a concern. While Russia's Navy doesn't rival the US in terms of size, its nuclear-powered submarines and anti-ship missiles give it the ability to strike US naval assets anywhere in the Atlantic or the Arctic, two regions where Russia has made recent strategic moves. The recent US military activities in Eastern Europe and Ukraine have also highlighted the renewed tension between Russia and the West. With Russia's growing influence in places like Syria and Ukraine, the US and NATO must contend with a powerful adversary capable of deploying nuclear forces, advanced missile systems, and conventional military power in direct opposition to American interests. The future of global military rivalry, the balance of power. The battle for global supremacy is increasingly being fought in multiple domains: air, sea, land, space, and cyber. The US military faces serious challenges from both China and Russia, but it still holds significant advantages in terms of global reach, technology, and alliances. The future of military power will not be determined by sheer numbers alone, but by the ability to adapt to new threats, innovate technologically, and maintain control over key regions of the world. With the rise of new threats in the form of cyber attacks, space warfare, and missile defense systems, the US must continue to evolve. China's growing military power and Russia's technological innovations in air defense, missiles, and submarines are challenging the US military's dominance, but the balance of power is still in play. The outcome of this ongoing rivalry will shape the future of global security for decades to come. As the US competes with China and Russia for global supremacy, the question remains: can the US maintain its military dominance, or will new challengers rise to redefine the rules of power in the modern world?